Hey guys, how you doing? Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. on my YouTube channel, Apple Hobart. This is a 99% clairvoyant reading. If you're watching this live, hello, please announce yourself. When you come into the room, when I start channeling, I will not say hello to people because it kind of breaks it up early. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos. And please leave me a little message, even if it's just hi, Bill, because when you do that, YouTube will use the algorithms to send Coaching for the Soul around the planet to people who need to hear the messages in this program. So please do that for me if you are watching it on my YouTube channel, Apple Hobart. Hi, Alexis. Hello, Kathy. Hi, Paula Long. Allison Strange. What's up, girl? How you doing? Hello, Teresa Parker. What's up, everybody? Been a fast week. Hey, Pat. You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. Yes, been a fast week, huh? Hey, Kathy. Yes, it has been a very fast week. So I can't believe it's Thursday already. We just had Thursday. And I can't believe it's like the 2nd of the month already because we just had February. It's like, hi, Suze. How you doing? Allison, it is, how's the weather here? It's about 42 degrees, it's cloudy, it's really gloomy. We're getting snow tomorrow, up to 10 inches. Our second big, maybe third big snowstorm. Yeah, but it'll be gone by Monday, so the sun's too warm. Yeah, how's the weather down there? Kathy has power, yay. Hey, Austin, how you doing? Yep. So I cut myself today, yep. With a big old butcher knife, fell out of my hand. Ouch. Yeah, so I'm trying to keep the Band-Aid down. So, energy is really sporadic. Okay, we're gonna talk about that first. Alexa says it's hot down in Louisiana. Yeah, I know it is.
The highest point in Louisiana is 535 feet at Driscoll Mountain.
Okay. That was Alexis. Okay. Now, that tells you how much energy is in my house right now. Yeah, that's not the first time that happened. Usually it's the Macintosh laptop who, pops on, says a few words as he sometimes does, right? Yeah, the life I live in, right? I think we're gonna start. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna start. I got notes again because I can't keep track when he's zipping through my head, right? Okay. Energy this month. All right. Be prepared as we get closer to the spring equinox, which is the 21st. Okay. Energy's building, right? It's building, getting ready to push forward. Hi, Nancy. Getting ready to push. We're going to feel kind of off balance sometimes. Not all the time. You might get a little spurt of WTF. Okay? Just might come out of nowhere. All right? Hey, Haley. So you just want to make sure that you are conscious of that and that you address it. Okay? Now, you guys have all, again, you part of the Coaching for the Soul thing, right? The tribe, right? So understanding that everybody will do it differently, but just be conscious and understanding that the spring equinox is going to be this big, huge push of delightful stuff, all right? And our bodies right now are going through the, okay, what is this energy that I'm feeling? I'm kind of off center, I'm kind of off balance, don't really know what it is. But we do know what it is, okay? We do know what it is. It is our transformation. Mm-hmm. It is us moving in that direction of complete happiness, complete knowing, being connected to our guide, being connected to the divine, being able to heal ourselves, being able to know. That's what this big push for the next 3 weeks is truly going to be about. It's going to be about getting us ready, presenting us, Chimes. Getting us to understand that the next 3 months are going to be monumental. You'll feel some healing in this time, right? You'll go, you know what? Epiphany. Think I need to deal with that. Think I need to deal with that. Family stuff, friend stuff, okay? Coworker stuff, boss stuff, job stuff, okay? Because those things are going to kind of pop up. They're going to kind of on a whiteboard, Spirit says, to kind of give you the, maybe you need to look at that. He says one at a time. There will not be a multitude of things that you need to do in the next 3 weeks, okay? Because once you heal one thing, it has a tendency to bleed over to work on everything else, all right? I know. He keeps saying healing, 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 all right? And the reason that they want you to really look at that, again, Pisces is water. Pisces is emotion, right? The sun is in Pisces. It's here until the 21st of the month when it goes into Aries, right? So we've got 19 days more of this energy, of this emotional understanding ourselves energy so that we can pinpoint exactly how we feel, okay? Exactly what's bothering us, because they are giving us a window that is larger than most to allow ourselves to see exactly where we're damaged, all right? We have to take a look out that window and see the damage and then ask out loud, okay, Spirit, so how do I heal that? I need you to help me heal this, okay? And what will happen is they'll bring you something or someone to heal that damage. They truly will. Or they'll give you a message, reach out to Bill, reach out to whoever, all right? Because their job is to make sure that you're ready for the next 3 months starting on the spring equinox. It's going to be an extremely amazing time of automatic healing, number one, but you can't wait to start the healing, all right? March and April are going to be very, very good, conducive, spectacular, he says, for healing and knowing and getting what you want. Set your intention. Set your intention to be conscious. And many, many times people will ask me, well, what does that mean? It means being aware. Being aware that why am I feeling like this today? Why? Why am I feeling like this? And not really knowing, because it can be shadowed, it can be hidden. That's when you ask Spirit, so Spirit, why am I feeling like this today? I don't understand. And you will either hear a song in your head, listen to it on YouTube if you get a song in your head in the morning, anytime during the day. It's a message to soothe you, all right? Here, if you get triggered by something and you get angry or you get frustrated or you get emotional, okay, so that is something to do with the heart, right? And ego's going to cover that up. So this time with Pisces, washing all of our things away, Spirit says, washing all of our emotions away, washing all of our dirt away that is stuck, our goo, that is stuck inside of our hearts, getting us ready for the spring equinox and then 2.5, basically 3 months. Let me see. Well, we're gonna have April and we're gonna have May. So basically 2 months of absolute get what I want stuff. Everything's gonna tumble. Pluto will be in Aquarius. Everything is gonna be flowy and fabulous and wonderful if you get out of your own way, Spirit says. That's what the healing's all about, is making sure that you're consciously connected to yourself. Going, okay, because you can't put the work off. All right. If you put the work, if ego's going to try to get you to take to push the work away, and there's a reason for that. It doesn't want you to move forward. It doesn't want you to live in any other space than what it knows where you're at, and we know this, right? So that's another way of being conscious, right? No conversations in your head, always out loud. I'm going over the same thing I go over about once every 5, 6, 7 months, because we have to be reminded what our daily practice has to be. And when you've got the sun in Pisces, everything's illuminated. The emotions are illuminated, which can be anger, which can be frustration, it can be happiness. Give me absolute happiness with where you're at in your life. Because of the energy that you hold and the vibration that you hold. So when you get the feeling, right, of time off kind of today, do a meditation. Sit and breathe for 5 minutes, right? Breathe in through your nose, elongate your exhale. Breathe in through your nose, elongate your exhale. Do that for 5 minutes straight. You'll be freaking balanced as hell. That's all they want. You to be conscious of, okay, how do I release this energy in a proper way? I mean, you can go off on them if you want to, but all you're doing is perpetuating the negative energy that you're feeling. And normally it is because you disconnect from spirit when you're sleeping. You disconnect from spirit when you're sleeping. So when you wake up in the morning, you have residual gunk that is stuck. I do almost every morning. Almost every morning. Just because I don't clear myself before I go to bed. I can't. It's extremely hard. Because when I clear myself before I go to bed, I'm awake all night. My vibration is extremely high. Right? So when I'm tired at night and things like that, I choose not to. I usually do it in the morning. Setting my intention for the day. What is that? Let today be a good day. I've got great readings today. I need you to really be behind me and be present, right? Be ready. Let everything with Bailey go good today. Let's give me sunny today. Awesome. I'm happy about that. Whatever it might be. Whatever's going to make me happy, right? And not the things that are not going to make me happy. Like what if? So when you wake up in the morning and you hear a song in your head, listen to the song on YouTube. Google it. Whatever. There's a message in that song for one of two things. It is a message to get you to release your emotion by crying. Cry. Okay, get emotional. Let the tears flow, baby. Or affirmation. Makes my heart feel really big. I love this song. Oh my God, I haven't heard it in like 10 years. Well, because I brought it to you today because guess what? You need to be patted on the back because you're a freaking champion. It's not always the bad stuff, guys. They bring you music to enlighten you. They bring you music to have you sit with yourself, to be in that mood, in that space where, oh my God, it was like 26. I remember listening to this song and blah, blah, blah with my friends or whatever it might be. Those memories are good memories and it can lift your vibration. But there's also times when you listen to music and it pulls the emotion out of you because we've stuffed it down. We've stuffed it up. And they know the only way that I'm going to get him or her to move forward today and be a little bit more, is to have them release that energy. By crying. It's okay. Do it. Especially when the sun is in Pisces. Zodiac sign else Pisces is about flow, it's about clearing yourself out, it's about water. Water is emotion. Okay? Don't be surprised if some of your relationships change. All right? Don't be surprised. In the next 30 days. Because of Pisces. Pisces can be a force when it has to be a force, right? A tsunami will knock you on your butt. But so will a small wave if you're not paying attention. See? It's the force in which they have to do it, Spirit says. That's them. It's different for everybody. Everybody has a different response time, Spirit says, which is true. Right? So what we have to do is when those relationships change, brothers, sisters, employees, employers, family, friends, when all of a sudden you're not jiving with each other, it's just not working, you know. All of a sudden there's something going on where your ego makes you believe that you're at the bottom of the totem pole. Not the top, at the bottom, not even the middle. Makes you think, well, they all seem to be blah, blah, blah. And they all say ego, 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 ego. Because we got to go, no, that's not true. That's a lie, ego. Say it out loud. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. It'll listen to you. The more you do that, the less ego can control you up here. So as the relationships change, because they're going to, they're meant to change. Why? So that you are less battered down from the spring equinox until the end of May. So you've got 2 months of Pluto in Aquarius, which is the party begins, everybody. The party begins. And so does spiritual change. So does spiritual enlightenment. So does spiritual everything. We are catapulted into fifth dimension. Higher dimensional energy. Where life is grand and beautiful and fantastic and balanced. So as those relationships come up and you're challenged, guess what? It's time. Soul journey is written before you get here. Times. All they're doing is hitting the keynotes. Boom, 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 boom. It's time. Oh my God, I'm not ready yet. It's time. You procrastinated enough. It's now time for you to, okay, have that conversation. And again, I've had that conversation with mine years ago, decades ago. If you can't treat me the way I want to be treated, you can't be in my life. Can't. Because I'm the most important person in my life. I said that to a few people today on the phone, on readings. Right? You have to. You are the most important person in your life. Then your children, and then your spouse. Plain and simple. If you're not good, no one's good. If you're not good, no one's good. If you're a female, they're really not good. If you're a guy, yeah, that's true. But females run the world. Always have. They're the emotional center. They are the intuitive center. They are the center. So the more that you can get in touch with that side, the more that you can understand that. Not that you have to put that responsibility on you, which ego will do. And you're usually the one who eliminates people from your life because they're not treating you properly. And that's what you have to do. We all have to do it, right? Spirit continually shows me cement blocks around people's ankles that are strapped to their ankles because they haven't looked down and went, oh, shoot, I got to get them things off of me. Well, yeah, because they're still bound by this lifetime's rules. Those rules are gone. They're gone. So as relationships change, right, you have to be aware that I don't need to be in this relationship with that person, because you don't. They're giving you the hello, it's time to boom, 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 boom. But I feel bad, but no. We're in our families for a reason to grow up in those families. We are not meant to stay forever in most cases. We're there for the childhood experience and the teenage 20s, maybe the 30s. But remember this, at 40 years old, your DNA shifts into higher dimensional energy, 40, 50, 60. Now, the DNA is being rediscovered, right? We talked about that last week on Coaching for the Soul. The 5D DNA that is hidden inside of us is now reemerging as our third dimensional DNA starts to dwindle. We become higher dimensional beings, global citizens. We know more than we've ever known before because guess what? That's where that happens, right? When we transformed from fifth dimension 12,500 years ago, right? To either going back to where we came from or coming back to Earth as scroungers, right? Our souls chose for that 12,000-year journey, right? And now everything is flipping backwards. That's why it is so very, very important that when you get triggered to deal with your emotions with people, you do it. Don't stuff it down. Don't stuff it down. And if you need help with that, I want to do and what to say, call me. I can get it all for you. So you know what to do, how to do it, and things like that. It's not that hard. I learned early how to do that. To get what I wanted, right? Yeah. Because I'm the most important person in my life. For sure. Okay? So, Saturn is in Pisces starting March the 7th and 8th. 7th and 8th. Okay, what does that mean? It means there'll be some dams in the water because Saturn is structure. It's structure. Puts things in our way. That's where the anger can come up. True. Because we want to free flow, right? Come on, let's go. Let's get going. It feels good today. Yeah, let's rock and roll. Yeah, it's been, February went really fast. It was pretty great. This is great. It's awesome. And then, boop, just a little aversion. Whoa, what is that about? Yeah. Oh, I'm conscious. I got it. I know what that is. Nope. It's no big deal. Letting it go. No big deal. Letting it go. Because spirit, I know. The water is rushing. The water is rushing, and they're going to put something in front of you just to see if, just to see if you're conscious. Just to see if you're conscious. And that's all that they need to do. Because most of you are conscious. More and more aha moments. More and more aha moments, epiphanies. Epiphanies on what you need to do. Epiphanies on who you are. Big time. That is going to be something that you're going to be like, oh my freaking God, you're kidding me. And do not discount it, Spirit says. Do not discount that. Document, document, document. Because as you connect deeper, as you allow yourself to grow, as you clean out your spiritual library from up to 12,000 years of third dimensional living, because that's what's going on now, is the clearing, right? Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go. The dreams, whatever. The dreams, the visions, the anything. Let it go. You can sit with it if you want to, right? Okay, so what does that mean? And how's that, Spirit? Just don't do it in your head. Do it out loud. You'd be surprised because you probably get an answer. Either in an epiphany, or in a vision, or in whatever. TV show, music, video, anything. Because that's what they do. Because they want you there as quick as they possibly can get you. And it's all about us understanding that every single month there's something great that happens to us. To allow us to ascend. To allow us to understand exactly who we're becoming. And not being afraid of it. At all. Embracing it. And being like, this is so freaking cool. I can't believe that this is me. Because as we've gone through the last 3 years, all of you have shifted. All of you have changed. You've grown exponentially. I mean, grown amazingly. And now triple that for the next 3 years with quantum leap energy. I'm telling you guys, boom, boom, boom. 2026, we're going to have these conversations. You'll be like, I can't believe, Bill, blah, blah, blah. Or we'll telepathically talk to each other. Who knows? But if you look at how you have shifted and changed into higher dimensional energy, just in your thinking, just in your knowing from the past 3 years of 2020, I can't even remember 2020. It is completely gone. Completely gone. 2021, pretty much gone too. Because again, as you go forward in 5D and 6D and 7D and 8D, you lose more and more because you are higher dimensional beings. I know. Spirit says, it's no longer lodged here or here. It flows. That is freaking cool because it's true. Oh, yes. You no longer have to, I get it. No longer have to censor it. We no longer have to censor it, he says. You can just flow. Because they're going to understand exactly what you're saying. Meaning the people that are around you. They're going to get it. That is beautiful. We no longer have to think about what we're going to say. It's just going to flow. And I've told people this about themselves. That when you are in a confrontation, not even a confrontation, a conversation with a family member or a friend or about anything, right? You will be the one that spouts out something and you go, I don't know where that came from. That's a part of clairvoyancy. They're going to come to you with a question. They're going to come to you for something. You're going to say, yeah, you know what? Blah, 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 blah. You're going to go, holy, where did that come from? I've never said that before. Because in your transformation and your activation, you're already at a place, but haven't used the tool yet. Because you think too much. In higher dimensional energy, you don't. You flow. It's hard for me some days to have conversations with Lee. Because he's pretty grounded and down to earth. Pretty 3D. I try to form sentences and it does not come out that way. Because I have to think about what I'm saying. Because he's not going to understand if I flow. He'd be like, wait a minute. Well, that's who he is right now. That's okay. You guys are going to go through that also. Right? When people start to approach you about things because How many people do you know that come to you for advice? Or do you know somebody who people go to for advice? Why do they? Because their souls see the white light coming out of the top of your head. Out of your crown. Connected to the divine. Connected to the universe. Yeah. See? They know no one about the root chakra, right? Coming out your freaking tailbone. Grounding you somewhat to the earth as deep as you want to go. So that's all part of your ascension. And it's only going to become more and more intense as you go through the next 3 weeks. And as you get in from the spring equinox to the end of May, it's going to be freaking fanfare. And the thing that I don't want you to do is I do not want you to think nothing's really happening. Bill, I'm not getting these huge epiphanies. I'm not blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? You are. They just haven't shown you yet. We're looking for concrete. We're looking for confirmation. Get that out of your head. Because when that stuff starts coming out of your mouth, once you know, and your heart is balanced, and you're like, well, how did this happen? Wow, this like happened in the last like month and a half. Of course it has. When your ego kind of is quieter than normal, guess what? You've mastered it. Yeah, I don't really listen to the voice in my head anymore, Bill. It's kind of it's really not really there anymore. Ascension. As you go through this next, I would say, 2.5 months, look for lots and lots of epiphanies, lots and lots of cool stuff, lots of forecasts, Spirit says. All right? Because that's what it's all about. It's about being the antenna, he says, right? Being the antenna to pick up everything you possibly can in the energy from your guides and those who know and digest it. You're getting it anyway. Trust me, you are. You're absorbing all that energy, all that knowledge, all that everything that is out there. And how do I digest it? Okay? You're going to need to meditate again if you don't already. Right? It's you need to breathe. But sometimes we need to meditate just to allow our third dimensional self to not be in control. We're still 3D, everybody. We're still 3D. We're not there yet. Do we spend some time in 4 and 5D? Probably so. I'm in 5D most of the time. Ears are ringing like crazy right now because that's where I'm at. I like it there. It's calm and peaceful. Okay? It's good. But that doesn't mean that I still don't have to be 3D. I still think like I'm 3D sometimes. Still feel like I'm 3D sometimes. Not often, but normally when I have to deal with beings that are still third dimensional. Like Bailey and Lee. My house, my stuff. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. Because the more that you can keep yourself higher by having the tools to keep yourself there, by letting energy go, by letting stuff go. I did a meditation before this program today because I had a person today who was truly at the bottom of 3D for 15 minutes of doing conversation. And this person was absolutely wanted nothing to do with anything, but why did you book the appointment? Energy was just boom, 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 push back, push back, push back. You got 15 minutes, sister. That's what you get. You know, you want me to tell you what's going on, or you want to tell me what's going on? Because that's what you want to do, that's fine. That's fine. But I had to meditate after that because I was like, WTF, I don't get it. But that's her journey. So I did the meditation before I did the program. And I'm right here again. We have to be conscious of that. We have to be conscious of, okay, what do I need to do to clear this energy from that situation, from that person, from that whoever, right? Could just be energy that you receive from you don't know where you got it from, but still know you got to get rid of it because it's right there, surrounding your heart. You're not in fight or flight, you're in fight. Again, the energy that's there is just energy that is, oh my gosh, I'm angry. Oh my gosh, I'm off-centered. Oh my gosh, I'm not this person. And when you realize that, that is the blessing. Get yourself into peace. Not letting it go, because guess what? It will manifest into something that you do not want to blow up. Okay? So in the next 3 weeks, you're going to be challenged to raise the bar. You're going to be challenged to lower the bar, to see who you are, and then raise the bar, because that's where I want to be. Take me there. I'm ready to go. Okay? And what tools do you have in your toolbox to absolutely take care of yourself? Because you do. If you're watching Coaching for the Soul, again, either live or in videos, or you're in the Element membership packages with me, right? The coaching sessions, or you do readings with me. Yeah, you have tools. You have tools. See? And that's what it's all about, is not allowing your third dimensional self to cover up the tools, because it will. How many times you've said, oh my gosh, I know how to do that. Oh my God, I forgot all about meditating. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just forgot all about talking out loud to spirit. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about pushing back on ego. Because it happens. It takes a long time for us to go back into who we used to be. But once you get there, we're happy for a minute. And then we go, okay, why do I feel like this? I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling at all. And what do I need to do? Okay, breathe first, and then they'll tell you, you'll remember, the whole thing will happen. The whole thing will happen. Yeah, see? But if you keep yourself in that third dimensional energy of just, you're getting stuck there. And then they'll have to kick you out. And they will. And they will. So March and April are getting you ready for the rest of the year, right? March and April are getting us ready for the rest of the year, with the beautiful, destructive planet of Pisces, or of Pluto, that has been in Capricorn since 2008 and has destroyed my life into who I am today. Thank God, Spirit, the divine, for that. I'm a totally different man, right? Goes into Aquarius, kind of plays for 2.5 months, allows us to play for 2.5 months. Like, oh my God, this is wonderful. Check it out. It's cool. Oh my God, I feel liberated. I got all this knowledge. I got all this connection. This is fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Then it slides back into just the last 29 degrees of Capricorn, right at the very end of Capricorn, for the next year. The blessing with that is that wherever Capricorn, whatever planets you have in Capricorn, which some of us have a lot, most of us have something, chimes. It's our first house, okay? Second house, I think. Sixth house, I'm not sure. Our lessons are done when it comes to Pluto being in Capricorn, which is destruction, tearing everything that you've got apart. It's in the age of Aquarius. Light, fluffy, knowledge, ascension, 5D. And it's there till 2024, or 2044. It's there for 20 years, starting, I think it's November or December of 2024, next year, for 20 years. So think of that. Think of where you've been in the last 3. Think about who you're going to be in the next 3. Add 17 years to that if you're old enough to be around for 20 more years. I know I am. I believe most of the people that I know, most of the people that watch the program, the people that follow me, yeah, we ain't going no place. No place at all. We're going to talk about that next. Okay? Okay? Why aren't we going any place? Is because of the regenerative salt oceans. In the next 3 years, we will have discoveries, epiphanies, from average people, and medical science not knowing how you don't have a heart problem anymore, why you don't have kidney problems anymore, why you don't have digestive problems anymore, or mental problems anymore. All of those types of things. The more time that you spend in the oceans, the better for you. Big push on clearing the oceans, cleaning the oceans, all right? Extremely radical for the good. Controls on plastics, controls on pollutions are all coming by 2026. All right? We're flipping the world order, Spirit says. James. We're flipping everything into overdrive. We are moving things at a record pace. Why? Because we need to be at the right place at the right time. So those of us that are a little bit older, right? In 20 years, I'll be 83. And I'll probably feel like I'm 45 because right now I'm 63 and I feel 35. I'll give myself 10 more years, right? 45 is pretty good. Trust me, it's a pretty good time. As we are able to regenerate, as we're able to spend more time, and we spend more time in the ocean because that's where we came from. The energy of the ocean is going to take care of us. It doesn't mean we still won't need health care. We will. But a higher advanced health care. And I've been guided that it will be along with the ETs. Okay? They will know things about us and how to do things, and they will work through people until they show themselves as we get closer to 2027 and 2028. Okay? The Palladians, Octarians, they're very, very influential on the planet. It's already here. James, I know. Our destiny is connected to them, and that's true. So all of the things that we do every day, all the things that we do next week and next year and the year after and the year after are all going to be wonderfully plentiful. Able to rejuvenate ourselves, not only energetically, but physically, psychologically. We will use less of this for thinking and more of it for channeling, for connecting and giving people information. We'll still be human. But guys, this is what is so exciting. We've never been there before when we're alive, right? The last time we were these human beings is 12,500 years ago. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't remember nothing about that time. Will we? Yes, we will. As the ancient DNA is activated inside of our bodies. Along with too, regenerative properties, Spirit says. It's tied to our fifth dimensional DNA. Which, again, we were there 12,500 years ago. Makes sense to me. Now, all of a sudden, we're being reborn, let's say, and medical sciences like WTF, what the hell's going on? Well, guess what? We've already seen, they've already been reported that human plasma is thinning. They don't know why. How can that person still be alive with their plasma thinning? Well, more than likely, their DNA, their ancient DNA is starting to be activated. Yeah. And we'll all get there. That's what's so fantastic, is that we will feel no change. We will feel no anything, but we will know that something is different. Not that we'll even go to the doctor for it, but maybe we will. Who knows, right? How we're going to be triggered to finding out. But it's going to happen. So those of us that are a little bit old, on the older side, I look forward to being this person who is more deeply connected than I've ever been before. Having things that in my body that I don't that are being rejuvenated. Right? I'm freaking hard 63. My body's 63 years old, you know what I'm saying? It's been through a hell of a lot of stuff in 63 years. And if you think about that, even if you're 20, 25, 30, 35, how much has your body got pummeled by the energy of third dimension with emotions and thinking and suppression and frustration and all the bad things with a few little good things popping out there, right? So think about that. As we lose all that stuff and our ancient DNA gets activated and we start to know more and see more and say things that, whoa, where'd that come from? And connect it to our guides more. And you have a relationship with them like I do, right? Like others do. Be like, okay, blah, 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 blah. boom, epiphany. Boom, epiphany. Picture. All kinds of cool stuff happens. So as we go down this road, this fabulous road of 2023, but also the 2 months of Pluto being in Aquarius, and all the other things that happened this year in astrology, meant to give us power, shed our stuff, give us ascension, activate our DNA, enjoy the outside, be with the trees, put your feet on the freaking ground, put your feet in the freaking water, put your body in the freaking water. Put your body in the lake. Again, most lakes are spring water. Rainwater and spring water. Most are spring fed, from what I've been told and what I've learned. Well, we know about spring water, right? It nourishes us. It's what we're supposed to be drinking. It's important. All of these discoveries that we've made in the last month, right, which blow my freaking mind, it's true. Another thing we talked about the water, right? And how, oh God, hang on, I just lost it. Let me find it, it's on my page. Structured water, okay? That's the water that's underneath the crust, just right there. They've now discovered that it flows around the planet and exits into the oceans in certain places. Okay, so the structured water is feeding the ocean. So, all the oceans in some form or another. And that water's there, like I said that last week or the week before, through getting from Spirit and getting confirmation from Pam Gregory, all right, that there's more water under the crust than there is in the oceans right now. Hence why that structured water is feeding the oceans. Because you never hear about an ocean being too low unless it's in the Mediterranean Sea, like the Mediterranean Sea, Great Salt Lake, things like that, where they're not getting the rain to actually take care of it. But the big oceans are fine. Water's coming from somewhere. Not only is it just raining, as it should, but it's also being replenished. Spirit also says it's being replenished from the core of the earth also. It's bubbling up from the core. Okay? Like springs. That I didn't know. More to learn about the ocean, Spirit says. Much more to learn about where we came from. About where we came from. Okay. I don't know if I ever told the story before, but Spirit wants me to tell it. My oldest nephew was born with gills. On both sides of his neck. And when he was born, and my family and my brother and sister-in-law said, "So what are those right there? What are those things right there?" And the doctor was nonchalantly, "Oh, those are just gills from when we came from the water." And my family was my family. Just went, "Okay." So they removed them, little tags. Yep. Fascinating. I've never thought about that in freaking 35 years. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Because we come from the water. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Right? That everything is moving us closer to the sea. Everything is everything on the planet is going to be energized by the sea. We're going to discover this water that nurtures us. Not our third dimensional self. Okay? It is our fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth dimensional self. So there's something in that water, Spirit says, that not only nurtures us, but rejuvenates us, revives us, keeps us at a higher state of being, a higher state of consciousness. Now that is curious. That's curious for me. Hang on. It feeds into our blood. It feeds into our chemistry. It's ancient. Oh, God. Oh, yes. It's ancient water. Right? It's ancient water that's been hidden in the planet from fifth dimension. We recognize that, we drink it and go, holy moly, boom. He says like Superman. James. That is so freaking cool. So freaking cool. The third dimensionals, he calls them the third dimensionals. Kind of weird. The third dimensionals will try to take it. Third dimensionals will try to scam you. It's all part of their plan of controlling the light workers, the light beings, because they think they can. That's not true. He also says, I know. He also warns us of this, that in the next 6 months or so, the dark forces will seem like they're getting more powerful, will seem like they're being more crazy, will seem like they're like they are trying to punish us, trying to take over. And we've had this conversation before with him, with Spirit, right? I think it was last year. They will not win. So what we have to do is keep ourselves in the place of, no, that's not going to work. No, it's not going to work. Because they will try to, and they're doing it at this, and I know, they're doing it now, right? By all of the woke stuff, that people don't even, there's a certain population, the dark forces, that are being led. It's interesting because he just showed me Darth Vader, okay, leading the Muggles, right? Being the Pied Piper, he says. They fall in line because they fall in line with who they believe Christ is or was. But who they are is not Prophet Jesus. Hang on. Jesus Prophet. It's not who Jesus Prophet was. Again, the manipulation of human. Those forces will be there believing that they're gaining ground, that they're gaining forces because of the conversation. Might be tied to the Republicans having the House of Representatives in America for a short amount of time because they won't have it by the end of the year after the indictments come down and things like that. Okay? So again, those dark forces are going to try to push us against everything that we believe. Our spirituality, our connection to the universe. Yes. I don't want to say that though, but I'm going to. It's like the whole narrative about the Jewish population, the transgendered population, abortion. Okay? It's all tied with that. And so we have to be prepared to be united and strong, but not to fall into that narrative of, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Which is fear, and that's what they expect. Okay? It's kind of interesting how we transition to that, right? That into the dark force and things like that. And it all came up too about the water. That they know what that water is, and they're going to try to circumvent it. Because they believe that if they can control that water, they can control the earth. They can control the enlightenment because they know what's going on. They know that they're not going with us. All right? The blessing is they're going to take care of us. So not to worry. Because more deeply connected you become with your spirit guide, your guardian angels, your spiritual council, your Eliom. I mean, there is a multitude of groups that your soul is part of above your head, along with all of your spirit guides. Channels of spirit guides, like a freaking university, waiting to answer your questions if you just ask it. See? So everything that comes to pass in the next 3 weeks is going to get us ready for the rest of the year. Get that little respite, right? Enjoy it. Is it going to fall? Is it going to fall into June? It's summertime in the northern hemisphere. Guess what? It ain't 40 degrees, and I don't care if it's cloudy and 75. I don't care. But it's got to be sunny sometime, right? Because it's only this long. So it's about enjoying. It's about being conscious. It's about making sure that we aren't, because there's going to be a lot of stuff. Going to be a lot of just gross energy from the dark forces. That we have to start to take care of ourselves and each other by having conversations with each other, by helping each other, by reminding each other exactly what tools we hold. Super, super important. And the cool thing is that it will resonate with all of us. We'll all get it, right? So those of you who haven't reached out to me or somebody else, you will. Those of you who have reached out will reach out even further. Or you'll be brought people that they're questioning what's going on. What's your idea? You know, what do you think? Blah, blah, blah. And you tell them. You tell them. As long as you are confident and connected that what you're receiving is true to you. Not to anybody else, to you. Okay? Does that mean that you're going to have ups and downs? Oh yeah, you're gonna, again, this ties in with the people, right? Gonna lose some family, gonna lose some friends, you're going to. It's all tied into our ascension. All tied into us leaving third dimension for good and ascending. What better way, like they always say, you know, what not to talk about at Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner? Well, those things are probably going to come up. So it's about, again, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, connecting on a daily basis, right? Setting your intention every day. I don't care if it's on the way to work. You got to tell them what you want. And I don't want you to say, oh, please don't let it be a bad day. Really? That's what you got to give to me? Really? Come on. What do you want? Let today be a good day. Watch over me, keep me safe. Let me get nurtured by the sunshine. Whatever it's going to be. Let me eat good food today. Let me really taste my water today. Let it nourish me. Let it hydrate me. Whatever. Think about you. I know it's hard for people to do. It's hard until it's not. And that's the cool thing. So healing is going to be this month because of the sun being in Pisces. Be prepared for it. The flow. All right? The flow. We always have stuff to heal from. Even if it's this big. Could be a freaking pinhead that's lodged someplace in our heart that needs to be cleansed out. What better time to do it than with Piscean water that is being driven by sunshine? The best thing to do. So again, connect every day. Talk out loud every day. Push back on ego every day. How many I love yous do you say a day? 10. Do more if you want, but at least 10. When you do that, it raises your vibration. Easy to do. Add some little loving things on there too. You're really good at what you do. You're fabulous. Your ascension is fantastic. I'm so proud of you. Whatever you have to tie onto that I love yous. You have to nurture yourself. And when you start to do that, guess what? Everybody around you changes. They treat you better. You don't buy into stuff that doesn't work. They know that. They either keep their mouth shut or they don't come around. That's what it's about. All the little tools that you get, how? By taking care of you. And then guess what? Your children start saying to themselves, I love you. Or they say it to each other. They say it to mom and dad and they mean it. Right? Or they think you're weird and that's even better. Because the more your children think you're weird, the more they get it. Trust me. Oh my God, Mom, you're so weird. Oh my God, Dad, you're such a freak. You're so weird. Uncle Bill's always weird. Uncle Bill's always been weird. I'm okay with that. Because guess what? I can ask them what I'm weird about, and they can tell me every single thing that I'm weird about. Means they're paying attention, and it connects to them right there. So when they start their awakening, which they will, I'll be like, so, what are you doing? Chimes. That's why it's so very, very important that we do all the things to take care of ourselves. I love yous, connecting every day, talking out loud to Spirit, telling what we want, what we don't, now what you don't want, what you do want. Or I need you to help me with this. Those are the things. That you're living your life every day as truthful as you can, as powerful as you can, standing in your energy and your light, because you guys are all light beings. You're all starseeds. You're all connected. Now, to the point that you are connected has yet to be determined. But I'm telling you what, by 2030, you'll be telepathically talking to me and other people around the world. The next 7 years are going to be phenomenally, amazingly, crazy, cool. The next 3 years, right? The 3 years of, we went through three more, right? King Neptune, Poseidon, the whole thing, right? From last week. Coaching for the Soul. Last week, if you didn't see it, check it out on YouTube because it's something. It's something, it's something, it's something. Okay? So, I'm doing readings this weekend on Saturday. There are element packages if you guys want one-on-one coaching with me, up to an hour and a half now with the universal package. Okay? Unlimited questions, 90 minutes every month of conversations with myself. On your time, not on my time. You can book any time that you want, like an everyday client. All right? When it's time for you, when it's good when the kids are away or whatever, right? BillHobart.com for that stuff, or elementsessions.com. They're there, they're building, and people are starting to get into it. And I'm loving it because it is beautiful to have conversations with people one-on-one who get it, who are having epiphanies, who are understanding, who are connecting to ancient civilizations and ancient everything. It's just beautiful. It's fantastic. So that's there. And we also have a Facebook page, a tribe page, which I'm going to start to be involved in every day, I believe, with cool new things. And only people who are in elements are able to join that. Yeah. So check it out on BillHobart.com or elementsessions.com if you want to know more information about that. And two guys, I've always failed to mention this. If you want to give back for the information, if you want to give back to myself because you appreciate what we do every Thursday at 3 o'clock, you can do that on my homepage, right? And you can also do it on my YouTube channel. There is a donate button at the top. Anything is cool. It is just letting me know that people are paying attention and that they appreciate what we do every single Thursday at 3 o'clock. There's nothing there, but hey, if you would like to do that, because people have asked, and I always forget, and Spirit always like, okay, you forgot to do that. Well, you know, that's kind of who I am. I do it for free, right? But they're like, no, you got to charge people money for readings. Okay, can't you just give me $1 billion and let me do this? No, Bill, it doesn't work like that. So anyway, guys, as always, the hour went extremely fast. I love each and every one of you. I look forward to Thursdays at 3 so much, you wouldn't believe it. I always ask Spirit, what are we going to do today? What are we going to talk about? Those kind of things. Makes me emotional because that's who I am. I see everyone ascending so quickly, and I see everybody reaching that bar. Oh, and it's phenomenal because I can't wait to see everybody in 5D. I can't wait because when that happens, we're truly, truly blessed. Sorry, guys. So, I'll see you next Thursday at 3. All right? See you.